Today we are heading to Sevilla. The Europa League specialists have had an average start to the season and they've not been doing very well in the league for a few years now. So today it is Rebuild Sombrero's task to take over this Sevilla side, rebuild them into not only the best team in Spain, but the best team in Europe, winning the UEFA Champions League. However, the purpose of today's video is to only buy Spanish players from Spanish nationality during this rebuild with Sevilla. So we cannot buy any different nationality players from any different nationality. I mean, looking at this squad, we do have a lot of weaknesses. Some players are very interesting, like Bade. We can of course work with the players we've got so far in the team. We don't have to switch everyone out, but I don't see anyone right now who will survive until the end of this rebuild. It's a fairly average team and I'm not surprised that they are actually down in, I think, 12th place right now in La Liga. Our captain is 38, Jesus Navas, still 80 rated. Saul Niguez is there, he's 29, 78, former Atletico player. But yeah, a fairly old squad, with the exception of maybe Peque. Luque Bacchio is 26, he's actually a striker though. Ejuke is 26, Pedrosa 26. But Gudelj is, for example, already 32. Bade 24 is interesting, and Nieland, the goalkeeper, is only 76, so we may need to look into this in the first season itself. I will try out the tiki-taka playstyle with Sevilla. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so let's try it out today. Our default scout is going to Spain. He's a 5-star, 4-star scout. He goes there for, I would say, let's say 3 months for the beginning to look for goalkeepers, because we need some of those, as our starting goalkeeper is relatively old. For the first season, we've got 34 million in our budget, spent 3 million on extending contracts. So let's see what we can do. We have made our first signing of this Sevilla rebuild, going in for a man that already was at our club. Of course, he needs to be Spanish. I'm not going to repeat that every time. It is Saul Niguez, coming in from Atletico Madrid for 12.5 million. Our second signing this season is a new goalkeeper. Nieland was very old already, and we needed someone who could fill his shoes. It is the PSG goalkeeper Arnautenas coming in for 7.4 million, joining the club here. I'm also recalling Rafa Mir from loan, a Spanish man who could help us a lot. In the meantime, we have made a lot of sales, getting out Odilak Luque Bacchio to Barcelona of all clubs for nearly 20 million, Yegor Migo for 1.4 to the Saudi League. Oran Nieland, with the arrival of Arnautenas, he didn't need to play at our club anymore. He goes out to Mainz for 3 million. And then another big sale, Marcao, already 28, 78 rated, goes to Villarreal. And Gonzalo Montiel, the World Cup champion, for 9 million to Turkey, to Fenerbahce. And so for the final signing of season number 1, I have decided to go big. Go in for a new winger/left midfielder to fit into our system, taking over from the Nigerian that is right now in this space. We have sent one player to Villarreal, now we get one player from them, Yeremy Pino, one of the brightest Spanish winger talents on the market, comes in for 45 million. I mean, overall, this is not a bad squad. Maybe Peque is a bit of a problem, but for now I'm gonna trust in him. He's only 21. Showing great potential as well. And then Yeremy Pino, our new man on the left midfield spot, 21.79. We of course have Rafa Mir, who returned from loan. He's 27.77 rated. Arnautenas, I want to give him the starting spot over, of course, Alvaro. Finally, we have, of course, in our squad, the player Saul, 29.78, was already out of our club, but we've confirmed it by signing him from his loan move from Atletico. At the end of the transfer window, we've also sold Alvaro, our backup goalkeeper, but that was for good reason. I'm going to show you shortly afterwards. Pedro Ortiz also leaves the club to Copenhagen for 3 million. That is because I found Lorenzo Vergara. That's why I sold the backup goalkeeper, because Lorenzo Vergara, he isn't going to steal any game time from our goalkeeper, from our starting goalkeeper, Ternas. But he goes to the senior team. Maybe next season he might get loaned out when the other goalkeeper returns from loan. Maybe also promoting German Moreno, who's even got higher overall right now. Little bit of less potential than Vergara, but he gets promoted as well. So we could even loan out Vergara. The first season is done and dusted with Sevilla, and we are in 8th place. Very good first season, I would say. Athletic Club are the champions. How have they done it? The men from Bilbao, ahead of Real Madrid and Barcelona. Real Madrid win the Copa de España over Barcelona. A bit of normality restored there. We have been knocked out in the round of 32 by Albacete from the 2nd division. That was very bad. Having a look at the stats, Rafa Mir, to bring him back from his loan move, was the best decision ever. 15 goals for him, 11 for Piqué from St. Cam. So it was great to see him play there. 10 goals for Suso, 7 for Pino and 3 assists, and even 4 for Captain Gudesh from centre back. We'll have Jesus Navas retiring at the end of the season. Valentin Barco will return to Brighton. Zambi Lokonga to Arsenal. I have to say the growth of the team is looking good. Bade had an 81. We have Saul 79. Pino had an 81. Piqué 77. Me 79. Even Sanchez on the bench. He will become the starter now. Ahead of Navas. I thought I put him in there. Tenas 79. Pedrosa 79. This team... yeah, I'm not really surprised that it finished in the top 10. We'll also have to look for a new centre-back next season, as Tangun Nianzou's release clause must have been met. He goes to Lazio for 27.5 million. Compared to where Sevilla in real life, that was not a bad season at all. 8 win the La Liga, that is the most important thing, as well as the growth of the players that has been decent in fact. We are starting off season number 2 with a bang, going in for a new centre-back. The new starting player, Aymeric Laporte, coming in from Saudi Arabia, from Al Nassr, 21 million, he cost us. Another Spanish lad joining us here at Sevilla, comes from Liverpool, an exciting prospect. For now he's a bench player, but certainly down the line he can become a starter. I am talking about the 20-year-old Stefan Baccetic from Liverpool for 10 million, he joins us, the CDM. And even though Pedrosa has done very well in the first season, we go in for a new left back. He will chop and change with the other one, with Pedrosa. Coming in from Benfica, it is Alvaro Carreras, the former Manchester United player, for 5 million plus Joan Jordan, a centre midfielder who was already 30. We have sold Adnan Januzaj, who had returned from loan, to PSV for 6.3 million, and Manu Bueno for 2.5 to Başakşehir in Turkey. I am still gonna give Pedrosa the starting spot, as well as Laporte, who comes in here as a 31-year-old, 83 rated. Carreras on the bench, 22, 77. And finally Baccetic, 20 years of age, 75 rated, alongside Agume, Carmona and Isak on the bench right now. Season 2 is over and I am stunned. I am absolutely stunned because we finish in 2nd place. Just 12 points behind Real Madrid, who are the clear winners of La Liga. But we will be playing Champions League football in season number 3. Incredible. Barcelona all the way down in 5th. We even won Copa de España, our first trophy of this rebuild. What is going on against Athletic Club? Let's have a look at the Champions League at the European competitions for the first time. Barcelona defeating Atletico Madrid in an all-Spanish affair in the Champions League. Roma winning the Europa League over Slavia Prague. And we have won the Europa Conference League. How did that go? Wow, I am stunned. We finished in 1st place. Man United were in that competition. We went to the round of 16 straight, where we defeated Karabakh 6-2 on aggregate. Quarterfinals. We defeated Atalanta Bergamo, 5-2. And then we defeated, oh my god, we ran riot with AEK Athens 7-1 before defeating Man United in the final. A cracker of a season, and Rafa Mir was responsible for that. 36 goals, 28 for Piqué with 13 assists as well. I mean, What a decision to have trusted in him. 23 even for 32-year-old Suso. Pino with 21. Sanchez with 5 from right back. I mean, this team, I'm not gonna lie, while it's very good, it's still not looking like a second-place team in La Liga. It has its strengths, of course, centre-backs, the left midfielder, the cam, the striker as well. But centre midfield isn't really looking great. I'm absolutely stunned by what we've achieved this season. Second in La Liga, winner of Copa, winner of the Conference League. That was crazy. Let's crack on with Season 3 in the Champions League. For our first Champions League campaign, we have recruited an absolute superstar at CDM, the position we needed upgrading in. The Euro winner, Spanish national team player, Martin Zubimendi coming in from Real Sociedad for 30 million, plus Lucien Agumé. I have brought in a massive player at striker position. I know our current striker is very good, but he's also approaching 30. This man here is 26. The former Valencia player, Hugo Duro, coming in from Lazio in this save for 40 million plus Isak, our former backup striker. After those two signings, we've made a whole list of sales. Gattoni, Ileanachu, Ejuke, Goudet, and even Pedrosa, our former starter at left back, have gone away for a combined total of about, I don't know, what is this, about 50 million. And for one more player, we have about 75 million in our bank. We end our transfer window of Season 3 with the signing of a new right midfielder. For now, he's a rotational option, but down the line, he could become the starter as Suso is going down in overall. From Crystal Palace coming in, it is Fran Perez for 17.5 million. We do have replacements now for both full-back positions because Carmona and Perez can play on both wings. Pino and Suso are still the starters over there. Zubimendi goes into that CDM spot. He's the big signing of the summer. Sanchez is developing quite nicely, as well as Carreras, both still relatively young. I'm really excited. We set high standards last season, and that is coming to bite us in the backside right now. We are in 6th place on 30 points, 7 points of Villarreal, 8 points of Atletico Madrid. And we have just about finished in the top 24 of the UEFA Champions League league phase in 20th place. 3 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses. We have to play a playoff round against PSG. Of course, it had to be PSG. How do they not qualify in the top 8, by the way? But oh well, the growth of our team has been notable. Certain positions could be better, like right midfielder Suso, like right back Sanchez. But let's get into the game at Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, first leg. And it's a 3-2 loss. Colomwani, Xavi Simons and Lee Kang-in net in for them. Jeremy Pino and Trafamir for us, but we are behind going to Paris. Let's go all in the Parc des Princes. Piqué up to an 85, Zubimendi 85, Bacchetic even 81. Let's go. Let's do the miracle, make the miracle happen, but we lose 4-2, 7-4 on aggregate, even though Jeremy and Piqué score for us. But Paris go through. At the end of the season, we've actually nearly made it into the top 4. 5th place, 68 points, only 4 points of Valencia in 4th. Barcelona are the champions ahead of Real Madrid. Real Madrid also win Supercopa of Atletico. We win a 2nd Copa de España in a row. Wow, that's great. We are a good cup team, defeating Villarreal in the final. Man City win the Champions League in the end over Inter 1-0. Arsenal win the Europa League over surprising finalist in Twente. And the Conference League goes to Turkey to Trabzonspor over Olympiacos. We are looking at 31 goals from Duro, who must be the starting striker, because with 50 appearances he has to be. 30 goals for Piqué from Cam. He's 86 rated at 24. 18 goals for Pino, same rating, same overall, same age. 10 and 12 for Suso, he's 33, still going strong. Of course, we had to hit some lows during this rebuild. Still won, of course, the Copa de España, semi-finals of the Supercopa, and 5th in La Liga. Still a good season in my opinion. I know we went in for a winger last season, but now I want to go in for the definite upgrade on Suso. He can play both left midfield and right midfield. I've used him in one of my previous rebuilds for Las Palmas. It is Alberto Molero coming in from Bayern Munich for 36 million. Plus Suso. As Rafa Mir absolutely wanted to leave the club, we have sold him to Manchester United for 58 million. Leaving us without a backup striker though right now. But with 121 million and 2 transfers still available to us, we can work. First, we sign a new starting right back. Finally, the upgrade we needed. He's only 24, playing for Lens for some reason in the French league. It is Arnaud Martinez joining us for 59.1 million from Lens in France. This man here is probably the perfect backup striker. Still a lot of room to grow, only 21. Coming from the Italian league in this save, it is Marc Guiu joining the club for Minta for 23 million. He's only 21 and 77 overall. This is a much better looking side with Martinez coming in here. He's 24, 84 rated. We have Vergara who returned from loan. He's 20, 78 rated now. Has made a lot of ground up. 77 rated Guiu at 21 years of age. Of course also on that bench now. And finally Alberto Molero, who is converting to a right midfielder. He's of course only 23, 83 rated with a lot of room also still to grow. Be aware guys, this team in each and every position is at above an 80 rating, so I am expecting us to compete in both the La Liga as well as probably the Europa League where we will be playing. Scratch that, we will play Champions League football in this season as well, so 5th place was enough to qualify. We are at the halfway point of the season, sitting in 3rd place, just behind Barcelona and Villarreal, and ahead of Real Madrid. We are in the thick of the championship title. Barcelona are currently on an invincible season. They've already had 7 draws, but 0 losses so far. We've had 2. We've also finished in the top 8 of the UEFA Champions League phase, which means that we don't have to go through a playoff round. Olympique Marseille, very surprisingly, topped that group. In the round of 16 of this season's Champions League, we will face Feyenoord, first away from home, in Rotterdam. Let's see how this goes. It's a 2-0 win. Piqué with a double, a brace, gives us a vital lead. Here it is then, second leg at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Last season we didn't even make it into the round of 16, getting knocked out in the playoffs. Here we have a good chance of making it into the quarterfinals, and we do. Alberto Molero with the only goal of the game. 3-0 on aggregate against the Dutch giants Feyenoord. Well, in the quarterfinals we will be facing Borussia Dortmund. Still a good opponent, I would say. First at Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan at home. Let's see how this goes. It's a 1-1 draw. Zubimendi gave us the lead, but Scott equalized, and it's all square going to Germany. The second leg at the BVB Stadium is underway. 1-1 from the first. Can we make it through to the semis? Yes, it's a 2-1 win. Stefan Baccetic and Jeremy in extra time has scores the winner. 3-2 on aggregate. What a close game that was. We were behind, but we have come back from behind to make it into the semi-finals. Well, in the semi-finals, we finally couldn't stay away from any of the big boys. We had to face Real Madrid. First away from home at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. We have a great side. Let's see if we can compete. In Madrid, it's a 2-1 loss. It's a 2-1 loss. Vini Jr. and Mbappe score. Molero gave us the equalizer, but Madrid win the first leg. Now we need to turn on the heat in the second leg. With the team we've got, I do believe that we can turn this around. Let's see how it goes. At the Pizjuan, in front of our fans, we do it. 4-2 win, 5-4 on aggregate. Jeremy with a brace. We also have Hugo Duro. Actually, Jeremy with a hat-trick. And Hugo Duro in the end with the winner in the 119th minute. Absolutely brilliant. Well, in the elusive Champions League final, we will face Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich going head-to-head with Sevilla for the Champions League. At the end of the season, we've actually made it into top spot, defeating Barcelona to La Liga. 3 points out of them on 88 points. Brilliant season. Only 2 losses all season long. What a season. We have been defeated in the semi-finals of Supercopa by Real Madrid, who have gone on to win it altogether. While our streak of winning Copa de España is over, as Villarreal win that over Athletic Club, whilst this time we had a stinker going out in round of 32 against Valencia on penalties as well. The Europa League goes to Spurs, who win a trophy over PSV Eindhoven from the Netherlands. And finally Villarreal, a good omen for ourselves, bring a title to Spain, defeating OGC in the Conference League final. We are looking at 32 goals by Piqué. I didn't even know if I should keep him in the beginning. But he's been our best man. 46 contributions in 57 appearances. 27 goals for Duro. 20 for Yeremy Pino. Even 8 and 12 for Molero. I mean, especially those 3 are absolutely bonkers. This is our starting 11 going into that final. Laporte is the captain. Zubimendi and Baccetic form a super center midfield. Piqué at cam is our star player. We don't have a player in their 90s, but it doesn't matter as many of them are in their high 80s. Bade 85, Martinez 87. We have Molero at an 85, Pino 87, Duro 85, and even goalkeeper Tenaz at an 85. Here it is then, at the Estadio do SL Benfica in Lisbon. Bayern Munich against Sevilla for all the glory. Free kick to Bayern. This is Musiala. Good ball inside and a double chance for them. Somehow we don't concede off of this. Free kick, a corner kick now actually. Good ball inside and another chance for Bayern. Bayern with a high press that is hurting us at this moment. But if we get this right, if we can play them out, then we could get a lot of space, just like here. As Piqué is now going one-on-one against the keeper. Shot, second shot, rebound goal. It's 1-0 to Sevilla after 12 minutes. Hugo Duro on the rebound. All the work had been done by Piqué. We caught Bayern on the counter-attack and Hugo Duro doesn't miss those chances. Oh, big foul here by Camavinga against Hugo Duro. That was from behind with a lot of anger. Eduardo Camavinga. And it's a red card. Red card, Eduardo Camavinga. After just a quarter of an hour, something like that. Yes, this is Piqué now. Piqué again. Piqué once again, one-on-one. Looking for the ball. Bad ball into Duro. Still gets a shot off, but great save by the keeper. Bayern win the ball very high up the field. This is Mela, who I was looking at bringing in. He's a Spaniard as well. Now trying to hurt us. And I think that's a penalty. I think that is a penalty. I'm not so sure though. But that could well be a pen. No, it's a free kick on the edge of the box. Very difficult to defend as well. Musiala taking the shot and hitting the crossbar. So lucky here. The tiki-taka playstyle, I do like it, especially 11 against 10. It does work quite well. Even though Bayern are pressing high. But it does work well. It does work wonders. Now Baccetic. If you get these rooms here, these opportunities, then you have to go for it. This is Yeremy Pino. Into Duro. Now Piqué, who is offside there. I can tell you that from miles off. Careful, Bayern into Enesiri here, who has made the way to Bayern, and now they get the equalizer. That is Jamal Musiala, and somehow Youssef Enesiri made his way to Bayern Munich. Wow. I have decided to bring on Fran Perez on the right midfield spot, because, Molero hasn't really done enough, in my opinion. And also bringing off Bade and bringing on Salas, Quique Salas. Piqué. There is a lot of space on the other side. Yeremy Pino. Now, can he play the ball inside? Chalobah somehow gets hold of it though. He somehow cannot break Bayern down since we went up to one more man. Maybe now. as Hugo Duro goes forward again. No one's supporting him. Maybe now. This is Fran Perez. The Joker scores! In the final minute of the game, Fran Perez. That's why I brought him on. Didn't think he would score the winner. But here we are with Fran Perez in the 93rd minute, scoring the goal with his power. Bayern trying to hold him up, but doesn't matter. Hits the post first, but the inside of it, so that afterwards the ball goes in. That should be it, and it is! Bayern don't even get another chance here. And 2-1 winner Sevilla. The Bayern fans are booing because they were down to 10 men for nearly the full game actually. They managed to equalize, but in the final minute we broke their hearts. Fran Perez brings Sevilla to the top of the game. We are the Champions League winners within 5 seasons. It was hard work at times, but we've done it this season, winning La Liga first of all, having won 2 cups the 2 seasons before, and now we have crowned our work of winning the UEFA Champions League, defeating the German giants Bayern Munich to do so. However, lads, if you enjoyed this video, then please consider dropping a like on the video on this rebuild with Sevilla, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so far. But lads, I'm gonna let you enjoy the celebrations as Aymeric Laporte is going to lift that trophy, the Champions League trophy. Until next time, it's been Rebuild Sombrero. Have a wonderful rest to your day.